way too long since the two of us last casted together, but here we are once again for some EU RCS goodness. I'm loving this moment right here, and I'm so excited to see what we have in store for us.
Indeed. Also, I'm sorry my camera is blurry, chat.
It's okay, I couldn't even find my camera, so I feel you.
It like auto-focuses, but yeah. But yeah, we're gonna get right into it, because for once we do have the replays. You know how hard it is to get replays in those tournaments. And we're gonna be starting with Arigator versus Ninpato. So, obviously Ninpato, pretty well known for his drag here in Europe. So, yeah. I'm very excited for this tournament, honestly. It's been too long since I've casted Rivals, and I'm very curious to see how the scene has evolved in the last, like, 6 months.
Oh, absolutely. I totally get you on that. Always love to see how people do develop, and right now you can see just how much Ari is developing this match, and Pato's taking a lot of damage off stage and in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, indeed. We do have Nindo coming back onto the stage and trying to control that ledge as much as possible. And yeah, this is definitely going back and forth right now. We're gonna zone a little bit with the rock shards. And yeah, that was very risky. That was a very risky side B, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Ari is honestly going for so many damaging options, regardless of whether or not they actually have a chance to survive off of some of these. You know, some of these recovery options and some of these damaging options seem to be done with complete disregard for safety whatsoever.
It definitely looks like it. It doesn't help as well that Claren isn't exactly the character with the best recovery in the game. But I mean, if you space right, she has good damage to compensate, so...
Yeah, I mean, right now you can see Ari just continually spacing for more damage. Ninpato, like, will get a lead here and there, but all of a sudden the Claren just kind of pops right back into the game, got the nairs, got the tippers, and got so much damage. And speaking of which, there's a lot of damage right here, triple digits already on the Crag.
Yeah, and the field is also going to make it difficult for the Crag to actually get the rock in and rock shards in, which has been a core part, honestly, of Nin's gameplay so far. But yeah, right now, Ari has complete control over the stage. He is going to get buried here.
That was an absolutely incredible edge cancel from Ari. I mean, like, some of the stuff that's coming out here is insane. I mean, the edge cancel on the Nair, you know, the triangle dash through the fair, and then, well, in the end, the the classic, the Crag forward air is gonna take it anyway.
Yeah, and now it's gonna be up to Ari to quickly find this kill. There we go. I was about to say, the problem with Crag is that he just lives for so long, and you really need to get the kill as early as possible. Nonetheless, Crag still lives at 170%. Thankfully, we did get the kill quite early after losing that stock on Ari's side, and so far, again, Ari is doing a very good job at just controlling the stage overall.
I mean, right now, you can see that Ari's just constantly throwing out buttons here and there, and I mean, it's working really, really well. I mean, he's able to control the pace of the match, he's able to control the neutral, and, you know, even if you're hitting buttons constantly, if all of them are hitting, those button presses are perfect anyway.
Indeed, and we are going to counterpick to Neo Fire Capital, which is going to be a bigger stage. I feel like Nin right now wants to maybe zone a little bit more against Ari, just trying to slow down the pace just a little bit sometimes. But yeah, that is very good play here from Ari. And yeah, we're still controlling the stage on Ari's side for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, like, once again, Nin will get, you know, a few hits in, a small moment of a lead, and then Ari just immediately takes it all the way back. You know, the Claren just moving at 1 billion miles an hour constantly.
Yeah, just putting down hitboxes as much as possible as well. And it really feels like Nin is just losing his footing right now, and yeah, that's going to be a pretty early stock, honestly, from Ari, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Nin just trying to find a way how to seal out this stock. Forward air not going to land, going for yet another forward air here. And it just seems like, you know, the larger stage isn't quite working out for them, right? It's supposed to keep the Crag alive for longer because, you know, you have the very heavy weight on the Crag, but right now it seems like Claren's really making use of these larger blast zones, and Ari just has a full control over this match.
Yeah, that's the thing. It really feels like Nin right now is not really allowed to land that much. We did see him land there, but Ari right now is just all over him and just making sure that nothing's getting started here on the Crag side.
Yeah, I mean, you can see right now, Nin is still not able to take the stock. Ari at 174 and counting. Are we sure Claren's not the super heavyweight here?
I mean, she survived a forward air from Crag. I mean, I get it. It's mid-stage on Capital, so it's pretty hard to kill. There we go. We finally see the up air, but Nin is at 82% on the last stock. It's looking very grim right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking really, really rough for Ninpato, but, you know, Ari still just going to continue to keep control, continue to keep the lead, but if anyone can bring this back, Crag and Ninpato more so are definitely no strangers to comebacks.
Oh, absolutely. Crag is one of these characters which, due to him living very long, obviously is very well placed to do comebacks. But it's still looking rough. He still needs to land at some point, and this is definitely where Ari is excelling right now. Is just making sure that Nin doesn't land, doesn't even get those smashes for the most part. And still, the few smashes that he does take, he DIs almost perfectly, and there it is. We're going to see the confirming to the down strong, and that is going to be game 2 Arigator for this first match of the day.
Yeah, I mean, kicking things off incredibly quickly. Ari just hits the ground running and gets us started with an electrifying set for set number 1 of the day. Cannot believe just how fast he was moving.